Welcome back to Superbly Said Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
This collection of terms we're discussing, it's all derived from a recent SpeakDuo lesson. It's focused on the TEDx talk, Healthy Skin Starts From Within, by Podcas.
And for anyone who wants to practice this stuff right away, you can go to SpeakDuo.com. You can meet people from all over the world practicing on video calls to get more confident.
Okay, so let's jump right in.
Our first phrase is to be triggered by something. So the basic meaning is, to be set off or caused by a specific event or substance.
Right, but I think the key here is the nuance. It's so much more active than just caused by.
More active how?
Well, triggered by implies an immediate, almost reflexive reaction. It's like the subject was already primed, and this one thing was the final tipping point.
Ah, okay. So it's not just one of many causes, it's the specific thing that sets it off.
Exactly. Think about the example from the source material. Her severe allergy was triggered by contact with a common preservative.
The reaction was instantaneous.
Right, not a slow buildup.
And you can use this in a work context, too.
For example?
You might say something like, my stress is often triggered by receiving an unexpected urgent email.
It communicates that the email is like a sudden shock. It's not just another task on the list.
Precisely.
Okay, next up we have to fundamentally transform. This means to completely change the basic nature of something.
And this is a big one. I mean, intermediate speakers might just say to change, but fundamentally transform. That's a huge step up.
It implies a root-level systemic change. You can't just use it for any minor adjustment. No, you'd sound, well, a bit dramatic. It really sets a high bar for what you're describing. The change has to be at the very core of the thing.
Like in the example, the new technology will fundamentally transform how we use phones.
Exactly. That's not about a new app. It's about a total shift in our behavior and how the device works in our lives.
Right. And you could use it in a more formal setting, say an IELTS question about public policy.
You could say, I think healthcare needs to fundamentally transform its approach to chronic disease.
Which means you're not just asking for small fixes. You're calling for a complete overhaul of the whole philosophy.
A total rethink.
Yes.
Let's move on to carry around with us. Simply put, it means possessing or transporting something everywhere you go. This one sounds simple, but it's actually profoundly idiomatic. The nuance is in the passive nature of it.
You're not actively thinking about it.
Right, you just have it with you, constantly. And it applies to both physical things and, intangible ones.
Like emotional burdens.
Or bacteria, in the source example. It's different from just saying you possess something. To carry around with us implies it's part of your daily existence, almost part of you.
So for an IELTS question about essential items, you might say,
I always carry around with me a portable charger for my phone. It signals that it's just a non-negotiable part of your daily gear.
And the scientific example from the talk really nails it. We carry around with us trillions of bacteria everywhere we go.
It's just a statement of our constant biological reality. We're not even aware of it.
Okay, our fourth phrase is to last very long, which means to survive or remain effective for a good amount of time.
And the interesting thing here is that it's almost always used in the negative. Something won't last very long.
Right. It emphasizes that something is temporary, ephemeral.
I'd say it's a bit more colloquial and maybe stronger than just saying something is short-lived. It implies a kind of inevitable rapid failure or obsolescence.
So in a business discussion about, say, new software,
Someone might ask, do you think this technology will last very long? And the answer could be a very blunt, no, I don't think it will last very long at all.
it predicts a quick decay. And in the health context, it's almost existential.
Yes. Without the right nutrients, we would not last very long. It's talking about our own lifespan, our durability.
Up fifth, to be susceptible. The basic definition is to be easily affected or harmed by something.
And the advanced nuance here is distinguishing it from a word like vulnerable.
Okay, what's the difference?
Vulnerable often feels circumstantial. Someone is vulnerable walking alone at night. But susceptible, that implies a known internal predisposition, a lack of resistance.
So it's something inherent to the person or thing.
Exactly. That predisposition is the key. In the health example, it's very precise. People who are susceptible to allergies need to read product labels carefully.
It's their biology that makes them prone to it.
Right. But you can also use it in a more lighthearted, social way.
How so?
Like, yes, I am susceptible to buying things when they are heavily discounted. You're just admitting to a known weakness.
A predictable pattern in your behavior. I can relate to that.
Me too.
Number 6 is a great one. To go nuclear bomb.
Ha, yes. This is pure idiom. It just means to react with extreme destructive force.
And because it's so dramatic, you have to be really intentional about using it. You're describing a total catastrophic overreaction.
Definitely. I mean, you probably wouldn't use this in a formal academic paper. It's a bit too theatrical.
It's a meltdown. So it's actually most powerful when you use it in the negative, to show restraint.
Yes, that's a great point. Like in the example, the skin microbiome isn't going nuclear bomb when exposed to the new preservative.
Meaning the reaction is mild, it's proportional. It's avoiding that hyperbole.
But if you do want the hyperbole, say to describe frustration,
You could say, I really feel like going nuclear bomb when my phone runs out of battery right before an important call.
we've all been there.
Our 7th phrase is to get going, meaning to begin an activity or a journey.
But it's more than just saying to start. It's more colloquial, and it usually implies starting after all the preparations are done.
Right, it's about initiating momentum, overcoming that initial inertia.
It signals that you're ready for action, the planning's over, and now it's time to execute.
In a work context, this is perfect. After the final checks were done, the team was ready to get going with the product launch.
The checks were the last step. Now, movement. And you can also use it to talk about what you need before you can start.
For instance, I need a clear, well-organized plan to get going with any new project.
The plan is the key to the ignition. You can't start without it.
Okay, next we have to digress for a second. This means to briefly turn away from the main topic.
This is a fantastic tool for managing a conversation. It's what we'd call a meta-discourse marker.
You're talking about the talk itself.
Exactly. And the nuance is the politeness. You're signaling a temporary departure, and you promise to come right back. It's not just abruptly changing the subject.
So you're keeping control of the conversation, reassuring the listener.
Precisely. Like in the example, the speaker said, I'd like to digress for a second to share a quick joke before returning to the main presentation.
The joke is just a brief pause for effect, and you could use it in an interview to justify a quick story.
Yes, something like, it's appropriate to digress for a second if the story helps clarify the main point.
And our final phrase, number 9, is to keep coming back.
Meaning to return or reappear repeatedly.
But there's more to it than just to repeat, isn't there?
Oh, definitely. To keep coming back implies a frustrating persistence against resistance. You've tried to solve it, but it won't go away.
So it's almost always used for negative things, a problem, a pain.
An annoying software bug, that's a classic example. Despite multiple attempts to fix it, the bug seems to keep coming back.
The fact that you tried to fix it is what makes its return so significant.
Exactly. Or with a health issue. A pain in my shoulder seems to keep coming back after long hours of computer work. It suggests that simple remedies have failed.
Excellent. So, now that we've dug into the nuances of these phrases, it's time for a quick quiz.
Right, we want to test your recall. Listen closely, and for each question, feel free to pause and think about the answer.
Okay, question 1. A patient's severe allergic reaction was triggered by contact with a common preservative. What happened? Option A, the reaction was actively reduced and slowed down. Option B, the reaction was set off or caused by the specific substance. Or option C, the reaction was expected and planned for.
Feel free to pause the critique here if you need to think about the answer.
The correct answer is B. To be triggered by means it was set off by the substance, highlighting that immediate reflexive response we talked about. Remember, the allergy was triggered by that contact.
Okay, question 2. The new solar technology will fundamentally transform how we generate power. What does this indicate?
Option A, the technology will only introduce minor adjustments. Option B, it will completely change the basic nature of the power system. Or option C, it will temporarily reverse existing trends.
Again, just hit pause if you need a moment.
The correct answer is B. To fundamentally transform means to completely change the basic nature of something. We're talking about a root-level shift, not just a small revision.
Question 3. We carry around with us trillions of bacteria everywhere we go. What does this mean?
Option A, the bacteria are intentionally transported in containers. Option B, the bacteria are possessed or transported everywhere we go in our environment. Or option C, the bacteria are located in a secure lab.
Go ahead and pause if you need to.
The answer is B. To carry around with us emphasizes that constant, passive transportation. It's just the fact that we carry around with us all those bacteria.
On to question 4. Do you think most new software will last very long before being replaced? Option A, to last very long means to fail immediately. Option B, it means to survive or remain effective for a substantial time. Or option C, it means to be effective only for a single use. Take a second to think if you need to.
The correct answer here is B. To last very long is about durability and lifespan. We mentioned that without the right nutrients, we wouldn't last very long ourselves.
Question 5. People who are susceptible to allergies need to read product labels carefully. What is true about these people? Option A, they are easily affected or harmed by the allergens. Option B, they are immune to the allergens. Or option C, they have a strong resistance to the allergens. Feel free to pause and consider.
And the correct answer is A. To be susceptible means they are easily affected due to that internal predisposition we discussed. People susceptible to allergies have to be careful.
Great. Question 6. The skin microbiome isn't going nuclear bomb when exposed to the new preservative. What is being avoided?
Option A. The microbiome is reacting with extreme destructive force. Option B. The microbiome is failing to react at all. Or option C. The microbiome is avoiding an extreme destructive reaction.
Pause here to think it over.
The answer is C. Going nuclear bomb is that extreme catastrophic reaction. So the sentence means that kind of meltdown is being avoided. The microbiome isn't going nuclear bomb.
Almost there. Question 7. After the final checks, the team was ready to get going with the product launch. What did they need to do next?
Option A. The team needed to postpone the event. Option B. They needed to finalize the marketing strategy. Or option C. They needed to begin the activity. They were ready to start moving.
Go ahead and pause if you'd like.
The correct answer is C. To get going means to start moving, to initiate that momentum after the prep work is done. The team was ready to get going.
And the last one, question 8. The speaker said, "I'd like to digress for a second to share a quick joke." What did the speaker do?
Option A. The speaker briefly turned away from the main topic. Option B. The speaker abruptly ended the presentation. Or option C. The speaker spent the rest of the time on the joke.
Just pause one last time if you need to.
And the answer is A. To digress for a second is that rhetorical tool for briefly and politely turning away from the main point before returning to it.
That wraps it up. A really useful set of phrases.
Absolutely. We focused on that rhetorical precision, right? Understanding how a phrase like triggered by is different from caused by, or how fundamentally transform is a much bigger claim than just change.
And that's really what separates advanced fluency from general competence, knowing those nuances.
We really encourage you to keep practicing and applying these in your own conversations. Remember, all of this came directly from a SpeakDuo lesson, which is a great place to find context for your studies.
Keep pushing your skills, practice with partners, and send us your work or your learning goals. We'll be here for the next critique.